Okay, turn this in. Do we get any rod? Anything? Just candy this time? Oh, we got the rod. We got the rod. Spooky rod. Let's see. Oh my god, this thing looks sick. 75 lure speed, 66 luck, 0.2 control, -10 resilience. What is that? 150,000 max kg. Only obtainable during fish fright. The rod is cursed with the constant energy of fish fright, allowing it to catch fish fright mutations all year round. Pretty sick looking rod. So I guess this gives you... Oh, you could probably smack enchants on here, and it'll let you like get the any fish fright mutation maybe. You know what I mean? Let's see what the controls look like. Okay, decent control. It's not bad. Oh, wait, it burns. It has like its own kind of slashes. It has like burn slashes. That's cool. I never seen that. Does it have a higher chance? Yeah, I think it has a higher chance towards like proccing event fish. Whoa, you see that burn? Okay, okay. So overall, I think this rod is actually really good for making candy, honestly. This is going to be really good for candy because not only I think is it a higher chance for event fish, you also get a higher chance for the crates. Is that a crate? You also get a higher chance for the crates and get burns and everything like that, and mutations and stuff like that. So let me see what we catch here. Frightful crate. Yeah, we get the crates way easier. We can use these crates, and every time you get a crate, you get them really easily, like every single time. You can actually probably macro these, and this is probably the best method towards getting candy. Every time you use a crate, you get candy. Sometimes, most of the time, you get candy. So you could sit here and macro these, especially with the spooky rod, which is probably the best thing you want to do. And you could smack one of the new enchant relics on here, kind of get more control and everything, and a higher chance for mutations. This rod is actually really good. I would say a good enchant to smack on here is probably control, and you can just honestly just AFK. So probably like some type of exalted relic, maybe Herculean. Actually, let me see how big the bar gets. Let's use something that gives us more lure speed. So obviously you just want to use something that gives more lure speed with this. I wouldn't get an enchant that gives more lure speed. You could probably use like rapid catch or something like that. So yeah, I'm getting look how big the bar is. Oh my god, it's literally the entire bar almost. And then you can smack like a cosmic if you really want to. I have one cosmic. I'm gonna just smack cosmic, see what we get. Okay, EXP. I mean, if you need EXP. We have one more. Let's see what we can get. You know what? Sea prints. I'll take sea prints. Make it bigger. Not bad. It's good for money, I guess. So obviously you want to have like Herculean on here, something that makes it bigger. And then maybe you can use instant catch or some type of bait, like rapid catch. Oh, okay, I gotta go spin for some, but it's really close to like being able to be instant catch, so that's pretty good. So this is probably gonna be a really good rod, obviously, for making candy, making money, unless you have some type of other like crazy rod with like stats mix and stuff, just whatever is for your preference. But I'd say if you don't really have anything crazy, this is probably the move. And honestly, if you want to take it a step further and probably get even more crates, I would say use magnets, because obviously with magnets, you know, you get a higher chance for crates. So higher chance for crates, more candy. And then if you get like some fishes or something like that on the side, you could check your inventory if you need it for a quest or something later on. So getting the fish you need is kind of on the side. It's like a side benefit, and the crates are the main thing you really want to focus on. So obviously you can enchant this however you like, do whatever you like, but this rod is going to be pretty good, and it's probably going to be something you really want to use for making money. I'd say if you have something else that maxes out the bar, go for that too. But obviously this rod has its own benefits for fish fright. You could probably get a certain mutation or something like that, and it has its own like slashing variation, which is the burning, which is really good. I wasn't expecting that on this rod. So overall, this rod is really good. You don't really need any major enchants for this. You could use the new enchants, which give control, slashes, all this stuff like that. So if you can get your hands on that, those spawn at you can get them from trick-or-treating, or you can get them from the Dutchman that spawns, the guy that sells the rods and everything. Getting them from trick-or-treating is like a 0.49% for all of them, for any of them. So that's going to be really hard, but you could like macro that too. You can get a candy bucket, and you always spawn with the candy bucket. A lot of people didn't know you spawn with a candy bucket just like you spawn with the fish frightful mirror. So you can come on the doors and knock, and just there's a small chance for you to get it. They give you fish and stuff like that also, so there's a chance for you to get a certain fish that you need for a quest. You know, they'll give it to you. So there is a lot of benefits to knocking on these doors and stuff like that. They don't give too many candy, but they give like 18 to like 20, maybe 7 to 20. So overall, it's not that bad. And this rod is pretty good for these pools also, because you actually need the skulls from this pool for the skeletal Nessie to unlock the skeletal Nessie's area. So making sure you get these skulls are definitely important, and it's probably gonna be the end game stuff that you gotta get. So it's just a chance that you double catch it or whatever. You catch it like an item. So whenever you catch a fish, it'll say like you also caught a skull or something like that. And the reason why these are like there's like orange, red, purple, green is because there is separate ones that you need. You need one of every color to be able to put it on the maze and be able to unlock the area, so you can unlock the area for the skeletal Nessie. But to be able to get to the area where the skeletal Nessie is, as you can see, I only have 2 quests left. You have to complete the Headless Horseman quest, and then you can unlock the area for the Nessie, which allows you to start continuing the quest for that area. So you have to catch a frightful jack-o'-lantern. So if you don't have the enchant, just use the rod, the spooky rod, which gives you a higher chance at the mutations and everything. But if you do have a mutation, or if you ever see a frightful mutation, put it on your spooky rod or a rod that you're comfortable with and go fishing. Or I think it's appraisable, but I highly doubt it. It might just be like an insanely small percentage, but you could also do that also. So if you don't know what the mutations do, let me go to my previous video. You can see Eerie is a 10% chance for Eerie mutation, increases the fish size by 10% and increases progress speed by 10%. I don't think there is a mutation like times multiplier for the Eerie mutations or any of the Halloween mutations that come from the enchant relic, at least from my knowledge, because I go to the wiki and it doesn't pop up on any of the mutations. It doesn't mention it being like a multiplier or anything when you go on its official page. As you see, I'm at the Eerie relic just like all the other ones, and there is no area where you can see what the multiplier is. And if I click on the enchant area right here, it just brings me to the other enchant relics and stuff like that. So as of right now, I don't, either it's not updated or there is no multiplier for it as of right now, but we'll see. So then we have the Frightful mutation, which is a 10% chance for the Frightful mutation, increases progress speed by 50% and decreases resilience by 20%. I would personally recommend throwing this enchant on the Oni Fury rod because the resilience is already pretty bad on there, so you wouldn't really lose much by the 20%. And you have the passive where it slams down, gives you progression, so it's much more controllable on this rod than versus any other rod. Then last, we have the Spooky mutation, which is a 10% chance for the Spooky mutation, increases control by 0.1 and rapid slashes. Me personally, I threw this on my evil rod, my evil pitchfork, for the more control, and I think you can get more rapid slashes. So overall, it's not bad. You can kind of throw this on almost anything, especially if it doesn't have slashes by itself. It'll make it a lot more better. Along with the increase in control, makes the bar bigger and you get slashes. This is really broken. And obviously, if you don't have enough candy to get one of the enchant relics, you can easily farm for any of these quests. We got multiple quests all around the map. You can talk to the NPCs and finish their quests. A lot of these are just, they want simple fish that are in the bestiary. So you fish in anywhere and catch any of these simple fish, turn them in, get around, but in between 200 to 1,000. It can go all the way up to 1,000 candies. So you do like 2 to 3 quests and you pretty much have enough for a enchant relic. All of them are 2,000 each. So all you need is 2,000. You can get one. There's the baby Nessie quest right here, which this one gives 1,000. So I'd say if you ever get the baby Nessie, obviously turn it in. So boom, it'll say the Flying Dutchman is spawned like that. And then you just want to go towards his boat. And most of the time, what is this? Most of the time he'll be selling a relic or something. So yeah, Frightful relic right here. I'm not going to buy this because I already have it. And he sells masks, I guess. I don't know what these masks do. Maybe they're just cosmetics. But yeah, you have the option for a lot of things. So I say that's the best way to start getting your candy up. And there's probably going to be better methods later on. But as of right now, this is definitely what you want to be doing.